So on this day, exactly 1 year ago, I decided to make a decision that would completely change the rest of my life. So if this is your first time watching one of my videos, my name is Olivia. I'm a born and raised Floridian, and I am recently getting on YouTube to share my story about recovery, faith, healing, my spiritual journey. So if that's anything you'd be interested in, feel free to follow along because I am just getting started. So I wanted to give you kind of a background of the past year of my life. And I'm not going to go too deep and emotional, but just a broad overview, right? Like I said, on this day, a year ago, I made the decision to quit my job. It was a good paying job too. I was working as a security manager at a really nice resort. And it was a great job. I loved it. I loved working with the people. I loved helping out the community. And I loved learning, especially every single day. I felt like I was learning something new, whether it was about the job, about the community, or about my fellow peers. So it was very, very rewarding in that sense. However, there came a point where I had to make a decision. Was I going to put my job above my family, or was I going to put my family above my job? At that time, I was coming up on my 1 year anniversary. My 1 year anniversary would have been 2 weeks after the day that I left my job. So it was even more of a difficult decision, right? We were coming up on Christmas. I had the bills to think about. There was so much stuff going on. I was thinking about maybe a promotion, hopefully, maybe getting a raise. So I was weighing out all the positives and negatives. And it was looking like I should stay at my job. But the whole time, that whole year that I was working at that job, although I loved a lot of things about it, there was one thing that I couldn't stand, and it was that I wasn't with my kids. From a very young age, I felt like I was born to be a mother, right? When people would ask me, what do you want to be when you grow up? I literally would say, I want to be a mom of 5 kids. That was my dream. I don't know. I just had this burning desire to be a mother, a stay-at-home mom, and just be that trad wife mom, you know what I mean? And so it was really hard. It was hard to go to work every day and not say goodbye to my kids. I was leaving my house at 5:30 in the morning just to get to work on time, so I didn't even see my kids wake up. I would pack their lunches at 4:30 in the morning and leave them on the counter, and my mom would take my kids to school. I would come home after they were already home from school and only had a little bit of time with them before bedtime and do it all over again the next day. So it wasn't that enjoyable having to choose every day my job, making money over my children. But thankfully, when this predicament happened, right, it went for a week long of, am I going to choose my job? Are they going to offer me anything different that works with my family's schedule a little bit better, like they had promised? And they were sticking to it. No, that the resort schedule changes. We have to meet the resort's needs. And I was understanding of that. But they also had to understand that I had an obligation as a mother. And to me, money comes and goes. But my kids, this time with them, I can't get back this time. So I decided if they couldn't work something out with me, if they couldn't stick to what we had originally agreed on this whole year, then you know what, maybe it's time. So I gracefully left. I said my goodbyes and I walked out the door. That was 1 year ago today. And it was the best decision of my life because today I can sit here in front of you, a more confident person, a more happy person, somebody that isn't depressed every single day. And when depression does come around, I can get out of it a lot quicker nowadays than before. And I believe that is because I started centering my life all around Jesus, all around Jesus. Before that, it was all about work. I would come home and I'd be stuck in this work mode and all the drama from work, and I couldn't really focus on what was going on. And then when I was at work, I couldn't really focus 100% at work because I was too focused on my kids. So I was being torn. But when I made the decision to quit that job and to stay home and have my parents that are so amazing, and I'm so blessed to have them helping me this past year with my growth, with my recovery, that they stepped up even more than they already have to help me. I mean, God is so good. He has lined these things up. It wasn't just my parents. It wasn't just me. It was God leading every step to where I'm at today. And now I'm doing what I love to do. I'm with my children every single day. I'm with my family every single day. I'm sitting here with you guys every single day, which brings me so much joy to help the next person. And I'm only getting stronger and I'm only getting better. I feel like just telling the whole world about how much God has done for me. So like I said, this is only just the beginning, and this is kind of just my way of getting out here and starting this next chapter, this next year really strong and bold, and not hiding in shame and humility and wondering, what are people going to think about me? I'm over that, because God is the ultimate judge. So I'm going to come here every single day and open up about my life to you. So I just appreciate you sitting here talking to me. It's getting dark tonight. I just wanted to come on here and just say thank you. Thank you for being a part of this journey, because it means more than any of you will know. I know this is going to take me far. I know me and my kids are going to be wherever God wants us to be in His timing. And until then, we are going to ride this out with full faith. Okay, so as you can see, I didn't have much of a plan or a script set up for this video. It was more just me wanting to come on here and just be grateful for today and for this past year, and to let you guys know that I am here for the long run. So if you'd like to follow along, go ahead and subscribe, and I will see you on the next video. Peace out.